Okay, welcome everyone to another Young Justice review with Ersan and your boy Rich.
Woo! Season 2.
Season 2.
Starting things off.
Yeah, happy, hope you guys had a happy summer. This will air after the summer. Oh, in August, right?
This will be in August.
Yeah, so,
or something like that.
Hope you guys had a happy 4th of July.
Yeah, from the past.
Fireworks. Yeah, didn't lose any hands.
Yeah, no. You don't want to do that either.
Nah, I wouldn't. I mean, I'd be terrified of losing hands. You know,
but here we go.
What are people going to say? What are people going to say?
Here we go, season 2, man. Let's back at it again.
Yeah.
Gonna do this one a little bit different, though. We're gonna try to, see how we progress. But new thumbnail.
Hey, thumbnail!
Whatever it'll be, you'll know when I do it. It hasn't been done yet. But we're basically jumping. We're doing season 2 right away, but it won't be released until a little bit later, after the end of our season 1 review.
Right. Oh, and we're not the only ones jumping then.
Yeah, good segue, man. Season 2, episode 1, Happy New Year. 5 years later.
5 years.
So the basic premise of this episode is to just introduce us to a whole new characters that have come in the past, that have a culmination of this 5-year time jump. Get a whole bunch of new people. You get the proletarians. You start to kind of establish new things, and they kind of hit the ground running. So for me, a little bit hard to process my emotions, because season 1's so good that I thought it would just kind of jump over, but they skip over a lot, and now it's about playing catch up.
Oh, not really, because it's not like...
For me,
I don't get how it is, because it's not like they... You know, you missed a bunch of episodes. You know, they meant for this to happen.
Yeah, they did.
We got a new Robin.
Blue Beetle. We called the Garfield man. Garfield being Beast Boy.
Beast Boy, yeah.
We called it, even though it was happening, but...
Okay, we got a knockoff Aqualad and Lagoon Boy.
Yeah. Also, no Wally and no Aqualad in this episode.
Calder. Oh, yeah, I guess he's... Yeah, so, and... let's let you say his replacement, Lagoon Boy, is his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's very annoying.
Dating Miss Martian now.
Dating Miss Martian, very annoying.
This whole episode, man, is what the hell happened? What the heck is going on? There's so much catching up.
Yeah, which Robin do you think that is?
Tim Drake. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is too.
Yeah. And the thing is, he looks like he's, what, 17?
Yeah, so... Rob, no, he has to be younger than 17 because he's not a year young. His dick is only got to be 18. It's just 5 years since he was 13 when the show. It's not it's not just a year younger.
Okay, so maybe because we had, how old was season 1 Robin?
13.
13. Okay, so he's got to be maybe 15.
I'd say maybe 15.
Yeah.
We got Batgirl.
We do have Batgirl, Wonder Girl.
Yeah, Wonder Girl, yeah, and they skipped over... Well, I think she's in the show. She's just not... Like, Donna Troy's in the show. She's just not Wonder Girl. Just like Garth is not... Who's the original Aqualad in the comics. He's not Aqualad. He's just Garth. So they represent... so they she appeared in one episode, a cameo, I think it's season 1. We got Cassie Sandmark. That's her name, the Wonder Girl.
Okay, Cassie makes sense. It sounds familiar.
Which makes Wonder Woman a hypocrite from what she did last year. Last season with Bruce Wayne, when she chastised him in front of the whole league.
Right. Coming in full circle.
Yeah. Superboy hasn't aged, but he has these fingerless gloves.
He does. New ensemble for Superboy.
Yeah, he's matured quite a bit.
Sure.
He's not as angry as he was. He's still brooding, but he's not angry.
Yeah. He's had time now.
All he needed was his daddy Superman.
That's true. A lot of interesting new things in this episode. We're basically told to, okay, new things happening. Quickly, go. What I did like was the kind of, I guess, new OG3, Blue Beetle, Tim Drake, and Lagoon Boy So they still try to give us a trifecta, if you will. Last season it was Aqualad, Wally, Robin,
Kid Flash,
yeah.
But yeah, it's they do like kind of reflection because they go even like at the end of the first episode when they have all the Justice League and the team actually come and meet them. It's a reflection of the first season when
it kind of is, yeah. Independence Day.
We meet Lobo.
We do. The main man. I am Lobo.
And I like how they gave him like an alien language. They give the aliens in here an act their own language, but they have like a translator or Miss Martian translation. That was pretty cool.
It's these. I don't know how new these villains will be or what exactly they are, but we're introduced to a place called Ran. There's a doctor who's building some sort of interplanetary megastellar hyperstatic interplanetary sort of communication, kind of similar to how Martian Manhunter came to Earth, and he gets to this planet called Ran, trying to learn the language. We get the Proletarians, these little chimp-like things.
I think they look more like bugs. They look like the roaches from Man in Black.
Okay, yeah. It's the new sort of monkey from season 1, or the new sort of primate type type thing. But I don't know what they mean, because they're basically boom tubing, and kind of like in Star Trek, where they energize them and then bring them in. It's very similar to what they're doing. So we get introduced to the characters by putting them in missions, so that this way they show off their skills, so you can connect and relate to a certain character. A much more mature Miss Martian, a much more mature Superboy. Zatanna's in the league. I think Rocket's in the league as well. Also, Elastic Man is in the league too. I don't know if you saw that, but Batman got his guy.
Who?
I think it's Elastic Man or Plastic Man.
Yeah, he got his guy. Well, he wasn't he introduced in the last episode, in like the second to last episode when they were introducing the league.
They did, but now he's officially there. And I think that was a Greg Weisman thing to say, oh, by the way, they did have those votes, and these characters are now part of the thing. So a little homage to season 1, episode 1, but now more newness. But also he brings those characters that were approved to join the Justice League. Now they're there, so you could see them.
We got like a lot of stuff going on. We have like a new war brewing with aliens.
Something's up.
First episode is pretty much, it's not even really a focus on those three. It's a focus on everything. Oh, Dick is Nightwing now, by the way, everyone.
Dick is Nightwing. That's right.
So I mean, it does that. The second episode solely on another planet. Superboy, Miss Martian, Awkward, and Beast Boy, and they're trying. What are they trying to do on the planet again?
They have to destroy the boom tube thingies.
Yeah, okay. So they did that. They were trying to do that. Gar's little like flashback of his mother dying from Queen Bee did something to do it.
Yeah, the blood transfusion and hello Megan. You know, I guess that dies as we get a new Miss Martian. So symbolic in a way, odd, unique in a way as well. Because Garfield can now become Beast Boy now, can become different animals. Also, I think a new voice actor.
No, I think it's the same voice actor.
Is it the same?
Well, maybe not. I mean, I don't know. He's older, so he's not in puberty yet.
You're thinking like 12, maybe?
11, 12.
11?
Yeah, how old? I think he was only like 8. Wait, how old? 10.
Oh, how old?
Maybe a little older. I'm trying to think. It was 5 years.
Maybe like 9?
Oh, and so when we don't get called anything, we'll also no Artemis in this episode.
You're right, no Artemis. No Wally, no Aqualad, no Artemis. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how they try to tell this story. But here we are, folks. Season 2, episode 1. Happy New Year.
Yeah, I thought it's funny the way they did it, the transition. Like the last episode's on New Year's Eve.
Right.
And then this episode's called Happy New Year. It's New Year, but 5 years later. I remember when I saw it, I was freaking out. I said, what? You remember you heard me on the phone. I was like, what the? Who is this? When they showed us, they're fighting Clayface in the beginning of the heroes, Superboy's fighting him, Miss Martian, and then all of a sudden you see a Robin and it's Tim Drake. I'm like, what the freak?
Which also is a nice little callback because they fought Clayface before, and in season 1, and Batman had to come in and rescue them. So now they fight him again and they beat him.
So, what's your rating for both these episodes?
I'm gonna give this 8.5. I like the newness. It's a bit too much. I might need to take time to understand this jump.
That's for like just that episode or both episodes?
Just for 1. 2, once we start to look at 2, which is coming up soon, I'll give you my rating for that because I have thoughts. What about you?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't that bad. Actually, I kind of like the jump. It kind of adds some mystery to it. So then, if they want to do like flashbacks or something like that, it kind of, it shows like it's fun. But you're like, oh wow, what happened here? Like, okay, so they're gonna explain it in this part.
It makes sense that it has to happen.
Yeah, but still hardly any dick. Grayson.
All right, folks, that's episode 1. Now going on to episode 2. All right, so episode 2. Moving on to episode 2, Earthlings. Pretty interesting, man. What'd you think about this one, Rich?
Okay, I thought the other episode was a little better. It was kind of a little boring, but I like how we got some history into Superboy and Miss Martian, why they broke up. So it turns out she's a little she has some kind of thrill with Simon, and then she just likes to push the limits. She does to one of these little monster thingies. She does that too.
Yeah, she like mind burns them now. She's like, her powers have increased. But the basic premise of this episode, right, is they beam up to Ran and they have to they're being attacked, so they have to kind of like save themselves and kind of make sure that they execute their plan pretty well. And it seems to work. They kind of get into a hairy situation. Miss Martian gets captured, Garfield gets captured. So it's up to Superboy and the chick that the scientist is falling in love with. See, interplanetary relationships.
I mean, I don't know why they think that could work. I mean, sometimes interracial doesn't even work. I mean, I'm not against. I'm for it, very for it, but there's a lot of hurdles.
What's also interesting for this episode is we find out that the Justice League members that were away for 16 hours, they did some mean things. They did some bad things, which means they had to be under the influence of something. Maybe Vandal Savage.
Possibly he doesn't like to manipulate.
Because if you remember season 1, Red Arrow, he was the mole. He put those thingies in their neck.
I didn't hate it. I thought the episode was it was kind of a little boring.
Really?
I thought so.
You have to so it's telling a story. It went from episode 1 to episode 2, and it's kind of linking the first 2 episodes. So it's telling a little bit of a story without having somewhat standalone type episodes. So it's moving something along, which I'm kind of for. Superboy does wind up saving Miss Martian and Garfield. Not too quickly, but, it kind of goes, things happen, they fight, they are separated for a little bit, and then eventually Superboy and that chick are successful.
Yeah, and also another thing is she goes unconscious, Miss Martian. So the translator she put up goes down. No one can understand each other.
That's true. She becomes the sort of vessel for translation via psychic link. There's a part where Superboy, when he sees Miss Martian, and she sort of like mind burns that proletarian, he realizes it, and because we eventually get that exposition where he's talking to that alien chick, and he tells her what happens and that he broke up with her. Because I think it's because of that. Because
definitely because of that. Yeah. So it shows a maturity on his part.
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
I'm sorry. It just shows like a maturity on his part where he can recognize that's wrong.
Yeah. He didn't want to have that, I guess, for some reason. The fine line now is how much is too much, and what's she doing with her power. Because remember, this was the cheerleader. That's what she wanted to be in life, And now look at her. She's this sophisticated character.
Yeah, she even has an adopted little bro in Garfield.
We get a little bit of their relationship. I like that they're kind of moving along in the episode, and Garfield turns into, what does he turn into, like an ape or gorilla?
Yeah.
And he could turn into another animal. I was saying, why not just turn into an ostrich so you run fast? How did this episode end? They take the proletarians away. And they just like leave.
The episode was really good. I mean, it was not. I think the first episode was a little better personally. I just feel like the first episode is. It's nice, the little mystery surrounding stuff, even though it's not really a big mystery.
Right.
What happened in those 5 years? Like, did something happen? Is that why Artemis, Wally, and Kyler aren't there?
Yeah. And why is it that Miss Martian, Nightwing, and Superboy don't want to be a part of like the group? You know, so it's just little dives, I think, in this episode, just to kind of like light filler, maybe just to explain, push that sort of story along, to see where this kind of leads.
Yeah.
What's the Vandal Savage doing? Some of the people in the light, because we find out Queen Bee killed Garfield's mom. What's up with all of them? You know, I'd give this one maybe 8. I think it gives just a little bit. The action was pretty cool with Superboy and the Garfield team up. That was pretty awesome. Bump that up to an 8. What about you?
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay.
It was alright. It wasn't bad, but it was a little boring for me. Maybe because I didn't really know half the characters.
Right.
But it wasn't terrible.
I think this is a season of In Due Time, because it's somewhat of an extension of season 1. So we'll learn in due time. I mean, we waited how many episodes to find out about the mole?
Well, to be fair, we didn't know about the mole.
No. And where's Red Arrow? No Aqualad. No Artemis. No
Red Arrow's probably searching for the real Red Arrow. The real Speedy.
I wonder what the hell's going to happen with that Speedy stuff.
Yeah, I wonder maybe if Artemis and Wally got into such a big fight.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be in the team.
Yeah. And are they properly together? We'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Alright, folks, that was episode 2, Earthlings. We covered Happy New Year and Earthlings. Let's see what happens, man. I'm excited. 20 episodes. So 18 more to go. Alright, folks. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Be Gucci.
Yeah, please be Gucci.